Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about one of my favorite parts about Riverr, and that is automatic image processing. And I don't know about you, but in a lot of DTG companies, printing an image is a very manual process. A lot of times it's looking at the order, seeing what the image is, and then pulling it up in Graphics Lab or something like that and resizing it, creating the print settings based on the image that's on the shirt and the color of the shirt, and it just takes a lot of time and a lot of technical know-how. So what if there was an application that you could scan the shirt and it would process the image automatically and send it to the printer, and then all you have to do is click print? Well, luckily Riverr does that for you, and today we're going to talk specifically about our brother printer integration. And so in order to do this, in order to use it, all you have to do is go down to the integrations tab. And down here, you're going to see brother printer integration. So just download that application. Okay. And open it up. This is a Windows-based application. And basically, the reason we made this was because we needed something that would take information from the cloud and take it all the way through to the printer so that I could print it. And so we created this Windows application in order to handle that information. So it's going to ask you to extract all the files. You're going to want to do that. Then you're going to go through the same process. Click on that, then click on Riverr Brother Printer Integration. Click on More Info and run anyway. Okay. So this is the application that your printing operator is going to see the majority of the day. And it's going to pull in the image here. You're going to see in a second. And also there's the different settings that we've made for it. But before you do this, you're actually going to have to start by going into the printer settings mapping page. And we've downloaded this before, so that's why there's information already created. But essentially, the first thing you have to do is add your API key, and you'll find that back in the same place where we downloaded the application. Here, show API key. So there it is. And we just copy that and paste it here. Okay? And once you do that, you're going to go through this process of creating your print mode settings. This is going to look pretty familiar, and I'll even show you when you. So you're probably going to see an X beside the printer, and this printer icon. So when you click on that, you can see this color plus white ink, and you're going to set your highlights and mask and all those different settings that you're going to need for your color plus white ink setting, and save it. And then it's going to be green, just like this one is here. Now this is your default mapping for your print modes. And sorry, I should have started with this, but this is for this specific printer. If you have multiple printers, you can switch out to a different printer and save the settings for a different printer. But anyways, once you save all of your print mode settings, if you want to add a specific style, all you have to do, let's do maybe like a tank top. So here's Bella Canvas tank top. We're going to add that. As you can see now, it changed. So now we don't have the print settings mapped, the print mode settings mapped for our Bella Canvas tank top. So we're going to go through and do the same thing for that. So when that product comes through, it's actually going to use these print mode settings instead of the default ones. Okay, so once you finish that, next we're going to go over to these garment sizes. These are pulled from Riverr, and you're going to want to connect it to a platen size. And as you can see, we've already connected some of them. And this is obviously 16 by 21 is pretty large, way too big for 2T, but demonstration purposes here. And so just connect, the specific platen size that you want to the different sizes. Okay. And lastly, we go over here. So now we have our placement, we have our platen size, but now we need to know what we want our max width and max height to be based on the platen size and placement that we're using. So for a full front, 16 by 21, this is actually pretty small. We could make it bigger. Let's actually make it bigger. Let's make it 15 by 20. Okay. And here's the default offset. We have 1 inch by 1 inch. All right. And do the same thing. Obviously right here we see left chest, right chest. So in that case, it's going to be a much smaller width and height, and the offset's going to be different for those. So if you need any help with these settings, just reach out and we'll help you figure out what these should be. But yeah, once this is finished, you should be done. You should never have to do these settings again. But we're going to go ahead and save it. And now we can go to the exciting, fun part on this page. And so I don't have a scanner with me, but what we're going to do here is we're going to go to one of our items, our batches. So we have this one here, and I'm just going to pull this number here. If I can. Come on. Go back to application, place it in there. Okay, so we're just pretending that we just scanned it. Okay, and so we can see that it instantly pulled in this image, and the width, this is our max width, so it made it 15 inches, and it made the height 14, and it kept it in proportion, as you can see. So that's why that size is like that. And our placement settings were 1 inch by 1 inch offset. So you can see everything's in here. Now, one other thing you can do is, so in this case, the print operator scanned it, and now he's looking at this, making sure everything's okay. And he can click on print, and it'll send it to the printer. The other option is to select this. Then when the print operator scans it, in that case, he'll scan it and it'll process it and send it to the printer automatically without him having to click on this print button. So just a little bit quicker, but sometimes a few seconds can mean a lot. And so we're about to see just how fast this image is processed and sent to our printer. All right, so I hope you're watching. It's resampling the image, a couple seconds, processing it, and it's done. And so normally what we would do is we'd scan it, and then if we have and here we can see the output of the image. So it has the 1 by 1 offset, and it has the max width. So then it created the height according to that. Okay, but we don't need that. So, but like I said, if you scan it and you select this, you scan it before you place it onto the printer, then the person who is at the print station can scan it and it'll process it and send it to the printer while the person is loading the t-shirt onto the platen. And by the time it's loaded on the platen, it will definitely be ready to print. And as you saw, it was a matter of seconds, so it doesn't take long. And all the person has to do at that point is click print, and it's done. That's it. And so I hope that was helpful. Like I said, please reach out if you have any questions about the printer integration. But it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to understand. And like I said, hopefully it will save you a lot of time, because you don't have to go into graphics lab and resize it every single time. This is a brand new image that came in here, and we didn't have to do any of the sizing, and it sent it directly to our brother printer. So I hope you're as excited as I am about it, and I look forward to hearing more about how you're using this and how much more time you're saving, and maybe even you can hire someone to get out of that job, because you may be the person that's printing every single day and you can't get out of that job because you're the person who knows where the files are. So maybe now you can hire someone to do printing for you, hopefully. All right, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later.